kids and families. I hope you're sitting down together watching this, and if you aren't, please pause it. Make sure it's student and family all sitting together to watch this, because this is going to kick off how things are going to work, and I just want to go over a lot of things, and I want everyone on the same page. So this is a very, very unique adventure we are all on together. But my reason for starting off with this is I want to make sure that everyone is on the same page and that you all understand that I know that this is a crazy time and we're all experiencing some very, very unique craziness, all in different ways. I just want you to know that when I say that we're in this together, I really, really mean that. I want to support you and your kid, and while balancing my two kids at home and figuring out their schedules and all this kind of stuff with their learning, because they're in first and third grade. So I'm right here with you figuring this out. So anyway, we never planned for this to happen. I never planned on, when I became a teacher, never planned on teaching online like this. So this is a very, very new thing for all of us. I just want you to be aware that I promise to do my very best for you and for your kids, and try to just provide them with what I can to help support you at home and hopefully give them a little bit of learning along the way. I also want you to know to just be forgiving of yourself too. This past couple weeks has been very, very different, figuring out what's going on and how long this is going to last, as well as just figuring out what the heck to do with my kids all day for so many hours while also planning for school for all of you. So, some people are really, really good. When this happened, they jumped right on all the different resources and things like that, and that's incredible. I also just want you to know that you don't need to feel bad if you didn't do that. I mean, my kid yesterday was, let's be honest, multiple days was in his underwear the whole day. So, and my wife and I are both elementary teachers, and you'd think that we'd have it together and all figured out, but we don't. I'm going through the same thing as you with figuring out what the heck our schedule is going to be, and what we should have our kids do so they're not just playing Minecraft and watching Netflix all day and things like that. And we definitely did not have it figured out. My kid got dressed yesterday and did a little bit of schoolwork, and my daughter's stuff didn't quite work right, so we just held it off and waited till tomorrow. So I just want you to know, do not feel bad if this seems difficult or frustrating. Please just don't give up and know that we're in it together, and you do not have to feel guilty about whatever level of engagement you provided for your kid or weren't able to provide or whatever. Just please don't feel guilty about that at all. Be forgiving of yourself, because I know for certain I'm not judging anyone in anyone's situation. We're all in different boats and dealing with different things. So please just know we're in it together. I'm here for you, and here for your kids the best I can. And maybe we can swap ideas and things like that to figure out how to make this work as best as possible. But I do want you to know that I want this to be as simple as possible, and I want you to do what works for you. So if you get to a day and things are just rough and your kid's having a hard time, then just set things aside and work on it the next day. Everyone's in their own situations. I just want you to know I understand, and I am not judging of that or putting any sort of over amount of pressure on you. I trust you to do what you need to do with your family and your situation, and make your week look however it needs to look. I'm just going to provide you with different things that they can be doing and give you suggestions the best I can as far as schedules, and try to make things as simple and organized as possible for you and your kid. But I understand things come up, and sometimes things will be easy, and some days will be easier, and sometimes days will be hard. And I just want you to know that I understand, and this can be as flexible as you need it to be, and I will be as understanding as you need me to be at the same time. So, and I'll be here for you and things like that. So my goal for you is this. My goals for you are sit down and watch these videos with your kids to see how they log into things, what these programs are, how they work. Ask them to explain them and things like that. They're very maybe new to you, but your kids have been doing most of these apps and using their iPad the whole school year, and you will be very, very impressed with how well they know their way through the technology. So watch the videos this week. Goal number 2 is talk about a good workspace. Make it, these are suggestions. I don't care what you do, to be honest with you. I trust you, and whatever works for you, works for you. I'm just sharing suggestions that if you're sitting there going, I wish someone would just tell me what to do, then here's a suggestion. It may not be the right thing, I don't know, but here's a suggestion. So make a workspace for your kid. Grab a piece of paper and let them decorate it and say, blah blah blah's office, and stick it to the wall, and put up a little card table or something, and give them some pens, and set their iPad there and plug it in with the charger, and tell them this is where it needs to stay and all that, and get them a little notebook or a piece of paper or whatever to work, and just make a little like special office or workstation. Be like, go to your office and go do stuff. Make something special and ask them what they want for their office, and maybe there's a little potted flower or something, or they want a little baseball poster or something up there. I don't know. So make a cool little workspace where they have a place to store their iPad and plug it in, and they always know where it is, and they can have some privacy to focus and things like that. So just one suggestion. Number 3, goal number 3, on Mondays is when I'm going to post things. So you're also going to get posts from other your language arts teachers as well. The specials things are optional things for you to be doing also. I know for me with my kids, that was a lot to comprehend. I mean, I was getting posts from specials teachers, and my daughter has 2 different teachers, sort of like 4th grade, and she was getting directions from the language arts teacher and her math teacher, which happens to be her mom, which made it easier or more interesting. I don't know. But even for me doing this, I was like, whoa, I don't know what to do. This is so much stuff. And so I literally had to sit there and just like grab a piece of paper and say, okay, for this week, like, let's make a little checklist of what you're supposed to do, so that I see what you're supposed to do, you see. And so I just literally on a whiteboard, I wrote down what their tasks were for the week, and we taped it up to the wall, and my son's I propped up against the window with his little card table and stuff. So just a suggestion, list it all out so you can see it, or get them a little calendar to write down their tasks for the week, something so it's just in one place, so it doesn't seem so out there, and somewhere in the iPad is a list of their tasks, get it written down. So that's goal number 3. And goal number 4 is just get familiar with everything. Watch the rest of the videos on my math page on McCain 4th. Get familiar with Class Dojo and uploading things, and what is Zern, and what is SumDog, and what is Explain Everything. Just get familiar with stuff this week, and that's it. That way, as you get different assignments throughout the rest of the school year, you go, oh, I know what that thing is, and I know that, and I'm at least familiar with it. You don't have to be a pro at it. So those are my goals for you for this week. And then next week, we'll get into some specific Monday through Friday plans with things. As far as schedules go during the day, I mean, you do what works for you. Some people, it works out to give their kids a specific schedule that they write down, where it's like, wake up, have some TV time or whatever, and then spend this chunk of time on some schoolwork, and then have some more free time, or go play outside, and then use this, have lunch, and then after that, a little bit more schoolwork, and then play outside or do some chores or whatever. I mean, you can make a structured list or just keep it flexible, whatever works for you. So anyway, there you go. Now let's get into the website and the iPad and things like that. We'll start off with you making sure that you have Class Dojo on the student iPad. It's a very simple process. You'll go to self-service. Your student knows how to get to self-service. When they get to self-service, their username will already pop up, and then the password is their 8-digit student ID. They probably know what this is. If they don't, you can reach out to me. It's also on their login sheet on their binder. But anyway, they'll go ahead and log in, and when they log in, this will show all the apps that our district provides for their iPad. And then they will want to go to the bottom right of the iPad and click Updates. My sound is not matching my voice because I farted. No, I'm kidding. The sound just messed up, so I have to voice over. They'll find Class Dojo on the screen, and you can click Install and get that installed. When you load up the student iPad for Class Dojo, this is the screen you'll see. You will click I am a student, and then it'll bring up this QR code section. We need to go back into your parent portal and go to Class Stories for that homeroom class and find that old QR code. If you can't find that though, I do want to show you another option you have for your individualized QR code for your child. This is what your phone or your iPad looks like with your parent portal on it. As you can see, I have the Class Dojo app, and my parent portal is already set up. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Class Dojo app, and this is true to iPhone or Android. And this is showing all my kids. So you can see I have Maya and Sam and little Scotty Pete. We'll go ahead and we will click your child that you want to get set up. And so I'll click little Scott here, and up in the top right of the screen are 3 dots. So you're going to click those 3 dots, and you will see now at the bottom is QR login for Scott. You click that, you just give a little approval and hit continue, and then there's the QR code for you to hold in front of your child's iPad. So you literally are going to hold up your child's iPad and scan that QR code. Now, this is what the student portal for Class Dojo looks like on the school iPad then. So this is the main page, and you can see it has their class monster on top, and they can click that and they can edit it and change the eyes and the mouth and all that kind of stuff and make it all silly looking. So that's something they can mess with if they would like. And then make sure they hit save in the corner. I'm going to discard that. We'll let Scotty Pete do that on his own. And then you can see the classes that this student has. So we have math class and homeroom class and language arts class. Down below that is the stories for everything. The school stories, class stories, it's all in one place. So this is where you'll see specials teachers and math and language arts and all that kind of stuff, but it's all together. A little bit difficult to navigate. If you go back up to the top though, and actually click into a class, you will see first off their to-do list. So if a teacher posts any activities or things like that, that's where the to-do list is. So they can click right on that. It shows the task that they need to do or that activity. They can do audio, they can type, they can add an image, take a photo, video, draw, and then all they do is hand that in, and it goes straight to their portfolio to that specific teacher. And then it'll be stored in there for the teacher to view and reply to. Down below, you can see this is the class story just for this class. So this is Mr. Hutch's math class, and if you scroll down, you can see there's literally just 2 stories. I've only posted 2 things so far. So it's all in one place, though, as far as trying to find something. When you go back, you can click in your homeroom and see different stories that have been posted to the homeroom, and likewise with the other classes as well. The homeroom is where you're going to get posts from the specials teachers, though, so be aware of that. And then if you click into the language arts class, you can see the language arts teacher has posted some things. So this is what the student portal looks like. They also can click that little activities where it says no activities, the check mark spot on there, and it'll take them to their portfolio. This is where they can add whatever they want to the portfolio, and they don't have to have an activity created for them. All right, now on to what things will really look like for the rest of the year and how things will work specifically with me. I feel like this is open house all over again, and I'm explaining how things work and how things are going to look. It really is. I mean, think about it. This is the crazy time where we get all those questionnaires and info forms and all that kind of stuff. But trust me, I think once this little crazy beginning section, we get through that, I think things will settle down and we'll get into a routine and understand how everything works. So we'll push through this part. So this is the main class dojo page for math. I want you to be aware, it is my full intention to keep this as simple as possible for you and for your kid. I already, being a parent with 2 kids in the elementary school and then having my teacher portal, we've got a lot of notifications so far just in these few days. So if I get any more of those, I might just throw my phone out the window. So you can at least know with me, I'm going to send you one thing, sort of an intro video on Mondays on this class story right here. And this is where you'll be able to go and see the video of me sort of laying out what the week will look like, and then sending you with a link over to our McCain 4th math page for me, so I can just have everything in one place for you, and you don't have to search for it through a class story or anything like that. Excuse me. No, that's a computer glitch. All right, heading over to the McCain 4th page. This is the main McCain 4th page for remote learning. You're going to go right down to the math spot and click here for remote learning. When you click here, it'll go to my math page, and we'll scroll down. It's all in one place. You're going to see the week of and a calendar, and it's all laid out for you, nice and neat and simple. You can see the calendar for this week is a little different than what it will look like, but every week we'll have that set calendar up there. This week you can see we have Monday and Tuesday for picking up iPads, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are laid out for you just taking care of watching these videos together and getting things set up and learning how Zern works and ST Math and SumDog and these different pieces that we're going to use throughout the rest of the year. So this is what the top of this will look like every time. And then if you look below there, you will notice that I'll put all the materials in that section so that you can see where everything is that you need. If there's a PDF, that's where you can get the PDF from, YouTube links, whatever. As we scroll down, you can see all the different resources we're going to be using. And to watch those videos, you click on the icon and it'll take you to the how-tos for those. So that's one of your jobs for these next few days. Here's all the different resources, Zern and YouTube and SumDog and ST Math, and along with their usernames and the username and password information. So that's what you can be working on these next 3 days. This is the frequently asked questions Q&A little piece. So let's take a look into this so you can understand how things are going to work specifically with me. So how will we communicate? We've already talked about through Class Dojo, also Zoom. We're going to try to do that weekly to just make a face-to-face connection with people. If you want to call me, if we need to video chat or anything like that, I am here for you, so reach out. How often will Mr. Hutch be sharing information? We already talked about that. Once a week on Mondays. When should students complete work by? We're going to be flexible with how you get it done throughout the week, but Monday I post it. Friday by the end of the day, your child needs to have finished those tasks. How much work will we be doing? The district has directed for math about 30 minutes. Anything outside of that, that's why some dog and things like that are optional, because 30 minutes is sort of what's set for us with that. How often do I need to check Class Dojo? Once. If you want to check more, you're more than welcome to. You'll get notifications for things, but for me, I'm posting on Monday. Of course, throughout the week, I'll be replying to your messages, checking those, replying to your kids' portfolio posts, all that kind of stuff. So you may get notifications, but you can know them mainly Mondays. Check it out. What about contacting the teacher with questions or help or anything else? Remember, this is a very, very unique situation. Someone could be doing the math work at 9 a.m. and someone could be working on it at 9 p.m. So you just send me a message, call me or whatever, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'll sort of be working on schoolwork. I work on schoolwork all the time anyways, that doesn't matter. So message me when I have a minute, I'll get back to you and take care of things. If we need to schedule a phone conference or video conference, I am here for you to help you and your kid out. What about I'm not a teacher, how do I help my kid? Please do not be discouraged by this. It is okay if you don't know what to do with something. I don't know what to do plenty of times, and it's okay. We will work it out together. To be honest, most of the math stuff I do is not that sort of crazy math that people complain about. It's pretty straightforward usually. So, but we're in it together. So you literally just say, hey, Mr. Hutch and I are a team on this. I'll reach out and talk to him and we'll figure it out together. No big deal. Do not get discouraged by that, and don't let your kid get discouraged either. Not a big deal to me if they need to take a break and talk to me about it at some point and get back to it later. Promise. Should I have workspace at home? Yes, we talked about that. Make a cool little office space. I think that would be neat. Let's move down to the possible weekly schedule. This is what the schedule will typically look like. I probably won't be veering too much from this. So if you look at this, you can see the 20-minute items. We have 3 days a week of Zern math. So a lesson, 3 different lessons. If you want to do more, go for it. You can. So we have Zern 2 days a week. I will post a video so that we can keep going with our actual curriculum. And because I like to actually just teach, I don't want some computer to do it for me. So I'll post some YouTube videos with actual instruction that just continues what we are working on in school. 10 minutes on Mondays, a daily Common Core review. That'll be a PDF on the website. They'll be able to send to explain everything, work on it, and then screenshot it and send it back to me. And then ST Math twice in the week and Fast Math twice in the week. The kids know all of these apps. Zern may be new to them, but I have the how-to that you're going to be watching. Fast Math is their multiplication division practice, and ST Math is their visual conceptual learning things that they've been working on, building their syllabus progress. All those things. You need to do ST Math twice a week and Fast Math twice a week, but if you want to do more, do more. Have fun with it. And then we'll post some 10-second clips because I do want to hear about your weekends and things like that. I love learning about you and hearing your stories. It's important to me, and it's important for you to take time to get to share. Down below are just the explanations for all the different apps we're using. Just briefly, you're going to see the videos more in depth, but you can see it just explains what Zern Math is, Fast Math, ST Math, and so on, and also just shares another reminder of what the logins and passwords are for those things. So that is the website and the place for you to go to find everything for me for math. Please reach out if you need help with anything. It really is my objective to keep this as simple as possible for you and as flexible as possible for you. So we are on the same team. Do not stress out about it. I am here to help you, and we will do all of this together. No worries. Thank you. I love you all. And I'm just so thankful to get to keep working with your kids and working with you throughout the rest of your school year. Have a great, great night. I'm here for you when you need. Bye.